It is February the 22nd of 2023. This begins the official monthly council meeting of Awaken the North. Looking at the listing here, we have all but two in attendance. Our Chancellor of Internet Technology is MIA, and our Chancellor of Military Affairs or Military Services is excused for personal reasons this evening. Other than that, everybody's here. How we all doing?
I'm tired.
Amazing.
Tired.
Tired. Oh, good.
Tired seems to be the consensus. All right, let's go ahead and hop into it. We're going to do things a little bit different this evening due to life issues. We're going to go ahead and skip over Callista for a little bit and start out with Carla, our Chancellor of Regnabui.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't really have much to report. We have, I think, about 85 in Discord for our group and 42 total on Facebook. We have 3 events coming up, or 3 observances, I guess, coming up this coming month. One is March 1st, and I have the information here. Hold on. March 1st is Zero Discrimination Day. March 21st is Omnisexual Awareness Day. And March 31st is International Transgender Day of Visibility. So we have that going on. But other than that, things are pretty much the same. Nothing much else to report unless you have any other questions.
Not really that I can think of. Do we have? I know we've got a couple new kids who have come in who have marked Regnabui on their application. Have they been interacting in the Discords and Facebooks and such?
There's been a little bit of interaction. I need to check in, do that again here in just a little bit. But there's been a little bit, not a whole lot.
Okay.
Which I'll talk to my chair and see if we can get some activities going or something going on for that room. Yeah, we've got a few more.
Well, good. Anything exciting happening in your life at the moment?
In my personal life, got our greenhouse up, and we are going to start growing veggies and herbs and doing that, and then going to try to hopefully start a business here in the next coming months. Herbal tinctures and oils and all that kind of stuff. So really excited. Going to be a busy few months.
You have a market booth for that coming up.
Say what?
You have a market booth for that coming up soon, don't you?
I do. I have one in June. It's in one of the towns here in Oklahoma, but I'm really excited for it. So me and a friend that's going to be going in together, and she's going to do her little booth, and I'm going to do my booth, and hopefully make a good day of it. But I'm really excited about it.
Sounds like it. And hopefully it'll be a good time for you.
Well, thanks. I hope so too.
Yep. All right. Well, again, as always, we thank you for all the hard work you do. I know a lot of the stuff you do is behind the scenes and a lot of folks don't see, but it is noted by us. It is approved.
Well, of course, and I appreciate y'all as well. Y'all are awesome.
Let's go ahead and backtrack a little bit here and go back up to Callista.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Greatly improved over the earlier part of the week.
Can you taste things now?
Absolutely not.
That's a shame because the supper I made tonight is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Oh. All right, so what you got for it?
I couldn't taste it, and it was the saddest day of my life.
Oh, that would be sad. So, what do you have from the Chancellor of Public Relations?
Start with the editor side of things because it's nice and quick and easy. The newsletter will be going out, I'm eyeballing March 16th. I have a small handful of submissions and am still looking for more. On from that, we have some exciting new things to start spreading awareness about. One being the new home of our courses.
Mhm.
Are you okay with me talking about this right now?
Go for it.
Okay. So I'm planning Sunday to start a campaign. Basically, I've created a handful of graphic things to be shared, and they will be meeting.
No, I have to stop you right there. You haven't created a handful of graphics. You've created a handful of freaking amazing graphics.
I didn't
Give
want
yourself
to. They're all right. But yeah, they'll start going out in a rotation Sunday, and then hopefully we can get more people on board with the courses because the new website that we're using, like, it looks amazing. I dug around in there today. Actually, started one of the courses on there, and it's great, easy to read. Like, it's awesome. So great job on that. Hang on. As far as our social media stuff goes, hang on. Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
I had to pull up Excel and my push to talk was sending dots across my screen. Um, so I started a spreadsheet today to track our follower numbers across the social medias by month. And for February, right now, we're looking at 17,967 followers on Facebook. That is just the page, mind you. On Instagram, we have 951 followers. On Twitter, we have 4,720. TikTok has 6,747. And YouTube has 207. So going to start looking into ways to bump up the YouTube following and the Instagram following and keep the other numbers continuing upward because they have gone up. Facebook told me that we had not a net growth. We were up like 51 gross followers from January, which is not a huge number, but it's not bad.
That's still better than nothing. So it's trending upwards, which is what we always want to see.
Yes. As far as Instagram, Soul's Rune posts remain the most popular. So I don't know what magic he's weaving into those, but he needs to share it.
It's Bill.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else tonight.
Awesome. How much has your life changed in the last week?
Pretty drastically.
Has your husband become unbearable yet?
Not any more so than he usually is.
Well, good. That's a good thing. We're going to discuss here in a few minutes as to why I allude to that. So, all right. Anything you'd like to report on?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, again, as always, we thank you for all of your hard work. You're one of the ones that's always in the background doing everything. And we appreciate that. And it is recognized and greatly appreciated the way you help keep this place running.
Don't make me cry. My face hurts.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to one of our new chancellors, Doc. Doc is our new chancellor of the emissary program. He has taken over for Bill. We'll get to that whole run around here after a bit. But Doc, you've been in your position now for what, a week? A little over a week?
Say like a week and a half.
Week and a half? Yep. And how's that going?
It started with a steep learning curve, especially in those first couple of days.
Right.
We're still even on emissaries from before I took over. Heather Ellis stepped down, and we gained Kenny Rennick. So all's good there. His training has actually just been completed on the new ATN University, so that program is working well. As far as the whole email thing, we've already been discussing that with IT. We have 2 events on the 26th. I'm hosting a in-person event as up in Hillsborough, which is about an hour away from me. And then Eric Benjamin is having a meet and greet at a local cafe to him. On that note, he actually brought up issues of a lot of backlash in his area from people actually like spreading hateful messages to him about having a pagan meet and greet. I actually did do some snooping on one of his posts, and yeah, there was a couple of Karens on there. So he's wanting to try to keep in person going, but he wants to do hikes instead and stream, and it's like that's fine, and as long as we're inviting people and recruiting and getting some pamphlets out there and stuff, then that's fine by me.
Yep.
Baby girl.
We've got in the training, there are several options for in-person activities. The meet and greets are just one of them. So he's more than welcome to go different routes and see what works in his area for getting people involved. Unfortunately, being the outsiders that we are, the outliers in the grand scheme of things, we're going to get that backlash. We're going to get those Karens. We're going to get the comments from other communities. And, that's okay. We don't have to respond to them. We don't have to acknowledge them. We just keep doing what we do for who we do it for. And you'll find that those who need us will find us and enjoy us a lot more than those who don't.
Absolutely agree. On the flip side of that, there's not a whole lot to report. Suzanne's end of month report will be late because her actual story time is happening on the 28th.
Right.
Let's see. Next month, I'm excited for my own event. We're actually having a get together at a local meadery.
Nice.
And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun. I know Flack and Eric will be there. So at least 2 ATM members. So maybe they can actually bring some people that they know from their areas. So,
that in itself is the whole idea of the emissary program. Get folks who aren't involved, and let the local populace know that we're here and ready to support them. So that is awesome.
Honestly, I think that's all I really got for right now.
Okay. Well, I know you kind of hit the ground running, and due to my own scheduling conflicts, kind of stopped real fast. I apologize for that. But I think now we've got everything up and running, and you are good to go and doing it smooth now. So we're good.
Awesome.
I look forward to seeing the changes that you make in the program and the growth that comes under your tutelage.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, Annie. Annie's back in there, so she's having fun.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and one more thing from you, Doc. Here's your chance for a 30-second shameless plug.
As far as what?
As far as what? What do you have to plug?
Well, the book or the server?
The book.
Sorry.
Jeez.
I feel like I bug everybody about that my book on a record basis.
Kids these days.
Whatever. So yeah, I'm in the reading list for ATN, which I'm very proud of. And as far as that goes, there's actually 2 more books in the works that I'm going to be putting out between the next year and the year after that. That will be in the same vein as Norse Heathenry, but not necessarily the brand. So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited to keep working inside of ATN and build, like, helping ATN build with that. So, yeah.
Right now you have a book out that's available on Amazon, and the title of that book is?
I have a book for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, nice, simple. Apparently, it's actually easier to forget than I thought it would be. But yeah, it's on Amazon, on Kindle. I still have author copies I can sign and mail. But yeah.
Awesome.
So.
All right. Well, go deal with your now walking child, and
She turns 1 next week. Yeah. She turns 1 next week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been a year already.
Good luck.
Thanks.
All right. Let's move on down to our next beautiful man in presence here. The number guy. Mr. Russ, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty amazing, Beast. How are you today? And hello, everyone.
I am good. Thank you for asking.
That is very good to hear. All
You've got
right.
numbers for us.
I have numbers. I would say they're exciting, but let's be honest, they're numbers. So January, the start of a whole brand new 2023, we had a net loss of $19.25, so lost just under $20. Not terrible, all things considered. Patreon bumped up a tiny bit to 258.61. That is up from 254.25 in December. It is dropping down moderately in February to 232.81. January, ATN sales are pretty decent, I would say. We had a net revenue of $132.85 from ATN merchandise sales. So awesome job, the folks that put those wonderful products together. The YTD for 2023, which at the moment is just January by itself, is also a net loss of $19.25 because it's just January. We've covered Patreon. Performance forecast. Revenue and expense forecast were $583.52 revenue and a forecasted expense of $602. You know what? I've got these reversed. So pay no attention to what I put in my notes because I got these backwards.
Okay.
The forecasted revenue is $722.57 with a forecast expense of $701.14. The actuals were $583.52 in and $602.77 out. So the numbers were both moderately lower across the board between revenue and expense. We forecast a net gain of $21.42. We had a net loss of $19.25, which actually is not too bad, all things considered. Does anyone have any questions about some numbers?
I know one thing that's on there. I don't recall if it's January or February. When did the charge for the Thinkific come out? Was that in January or was that in February?
Let me check the other spreadsheet real quick.
I need to contact them because I noticed as I was looking through it that it charged it twice when it should have only charged it. So,
What was that called again?
Thinkific.
Thinkific.
Charged for $99 for Thinkific. It charged it twice.
I am not seeing any single charges for 99. I'll keep an eyeball out for that one. I'm assuming it's going to post in February because I don't see it anywhere in January or February through the 20th.
We can discuss that later on off the recording as well.
Okay.
But I know earlier when I was going through it that it charged it twice on there. I was having issues when I started up the account to where my internet was running extremely slow, and it logged me out. I had to log back in, and it charged it twice. So,
Gotcha. Okay, we'll touch base offline on that.
well, actually, $99 higher than what it says, because I have to get that refunded. But I'll get that taken care of. Other than that, how have you been?
I have been very well. Learning to belly dance has been a whole lot of fun, and a couple of my best friends for like 30 years are giving me the chance to get them in better physical condition. So I'm running boot camp for them. They might hate me after
Awesome.
that, but they'll be in better shape.
That's right up your alley, though. So. All right. Well, as always, we love the stuffings out of you, and we are so very happy to have you as part of the council and all the hard work you do. You do the stuff that none of us have the brains to do.
Thank you all
So
for having me.
we appreciate that immensely. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our Hydriton. Mike,
What?
how you
I'm
doing?
here. I'm tired.
You're always tired.
I'm more tired this week. I'm
Okay.
down here in this God's forsaken Mississippi.
Yeah, but you're learning stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
How are things on the HD front?
Quiet is the best way. We had a couple of small little, basically self-solving issues earlier in the month. I think it was this month. I don't know. Nothing reportable, really. Just a couple of people doing what people do on the internet.
Right. Those seem to have solved themselves pretty well, though, so
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
I don't really have anything. Haven't really been doing much of anything. Don't got anything really to report.
Okay. Well, anytime your office has nothing to report, it's a good report.
That's what I'm thinking.
No news is good news. So we're good there. All right. Let's go ahead and bounce down next to our scribe. Memento, how you doing?
Working on it.
What's that?
Me and this quarter having problems.
There we go. Do we need to come back to you?
No, I think I got it. I just couldn't get into my account fast enough.
Okay. How are you doing?
Today I am tired.
Right. You got a lot of stuff going on in your life. It's understandable. Anything to
I would like to admit
yeah,
I don't have a whole lot to report other than the new chancellors
right.
here. I mean,
I'm going to go over that here in a few minutes. So,
okay. So other than that, I really don't have anything to report.
okay. You've been helping on the certificate courses, which has been a big help, and we appreciate that. You've been keeping track of the history of ATN. We need to get together sometime later on the week and get that update on the website.
All right.
But I know you're always there and willing to help me with different stuff that I've got for you, and that is very much appreciated.
I just do what I'm told.
And you do it so well. One of the biggest things that you do that helps ATN as a whole is you remind me to do things and keep me on task for stuff that I need to get done. So that is very much appreciated because we all know how my memory is.
Well, that's because I write down what I'm supposed to remind you. I don't do that for myself.
Well, was it the old saying, physician heal thyself? No. But we are happy to have you as part of the council and proud to have you as part of the family. And we love the stuffing out of you. And you are more helpful than most folks here know.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, on the other side of things, talking about how helpful people are, we'll change course a little bit and go the other way. I guess we have to talk about Bill next. Bill?
Oh, no, not me.
There you are. For those listening, you might remember Bill from his former roles in Awaken the North as our Chancellor of the Emissary Program. He has graciously agreed to step down from Chancellor of the Emissary and step into a new role of Chancellor of Religious Studies. He has taken that off my plate, and to say he's hit the ground running would be an understatement. He does a lot, and it's very much appreciated and noticed by most of the members as well. So, Bill, what kind of report do you have from the Corps office?
Oh, man. Well, like you said, just kind of getting into the swing of things. Working diligently on building these courses and the GTC course as a whole. Right now, I am working on the Norse Bestiary course, which at the moment I have separated into two different things, which is the Dwarves, which has 22 different entries into that, and the main one, which is just creatures in general, which at the moment I am at 111 entries. So that's been a big one.
Now, remember, this is recorded and on the internet.
We will not swear about horses, I promise. Yes, there's a lot of
Okay. I gave him a list of critters that need to be in the course, and a good 3/4 of them are horses.
Yes.
And at least once a day, I get messages about how much he despises horses now.
Yes.
So yeah, it's great fun to watch. But you've been doing awesome with it. You've picked up several new projects and taken several off of my plate, which is amazing.
Hmm.
You've been doing a great job with the certificate courses and getting things taken care of and researched out, and it really is appreciated. And I'm excited to see the courses actually getting finished where I wasn't able to dedicate the time that they needed. So it's really a good thing to see those going.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a lot of fun. I like it.
You also do our daily rune polls.
Mhm.
And you do our monthly runic rabbit hole.
I do.
And those are awesome. Your rune polls are, like Calista was saying earlier, you're the most activity that we have on the Twitter as people reading through your rune polls, which is awesome.
Thank you.
Anything else you'd like to report today?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move on down to another new face in the crowd. We have a new Chancellor of Racial Diversity, That is Callista's husband, Ray. That was the comment I had asked Callista earlier if he's become unbearable or not. I've known Ray for a couple years now, and he is really good people. And we are excited to have him assuming the role of our Chancellor of Racial Diversity and reviving that post and helping us with our inclusivity. Ray, how you doing?
I am okay. Tired, but okay.
That seems to be the theme this evening. Everyone's tired. You fit right in.
Oh, yay.
I know you've been the Chancellor of Racial Diversity for a couple days now, not a whole long time. I know during our conversations and such, you've brought up a lot of really cool ideas and things that you want to get going here in the future. I've been mightily impressed with how well you've taken to the role and the future for our cord position. Do you have
Justice.
Do you have anything to report so far?
Honestly, I mean, I'm still basically brand new to this, so.
Right. That's why we're not holding it to the fire just yet. So, but you've been
Well, that's
settling. You're finding everything okay, and everything's working well for you with what you're doing.
So far, yeah.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing where you take the department and the exciting changes to come. We thank you for being willing to step up and take the time to help us out.
No problem at all. Like I said, just hope I can do it justice.
I'm sure you will. All right. That brings us down to Dan, our Chancellor of Member Affairs.
Good evening, everybody. How's it going?
How
So I do have my my fancy little spreadsheet here. So as a current, we have. We good?
I said awesome.
Gotcha. Okay. So as of current, we have 427 members. That is an increase of 8 from last month. We did have 2 declinations. One was for age reasons. Hopefully he'll be back in 10 months' time. And the other was a lack of a response to the inclusivity question. And I asked for a response and did not get one.
Was that the one this morning?
4 or 5. Sorry?
Was that the one from this morning?
No. That
Okay.
was somebody else at the beginning of the month. The one from this morning is in now.
Sweet. Okay.
And that's all I got since the social media numbers were hit already.
Awesome.
Pending any questions for me, that concludes my bit.
Well, good. And how is your schooling going?
It's going. Breaks are not something I really have a lot of,
Right.
unfortunately. Or fortunately, I'd probably have more rock splinters in my thumb if I had more free time.
I saw that earlier. You've taken up napping, and you got a sliver of rock in your thumb.
Yeah, it's a little piece of dacite, and it's too small to really grip it with tweezers. But it's big enough that I can see it under the skin, just kind of sitting there teasing me.
Right. Okay.
Fun
So
things.
I know you're young, and I know that flint napping is new for you. But I will tell you now that when you make the sharp pointies, they're supposed to go into other things, not you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got that.
Just keep that in mind for the future. Next time, put the sharp pointing into something else, not yourself.
It was actually in the process of making the sharp pointy. It wasn't even me touching it. Just it was a spall that came off when I struck it, and one of those things managed to get into my thumb. Usually, they just cut you instead of getting embedded.
Yep, that's definitely got to suck. I feel your pain.
Well, it's the proper PPE that you should have been wearing.
Well, for those who don't,
Potentially work goals, but that also reduces your ability to feel what you're working with.
That's what they
Second
all
that. I
say.
hate gloves.
for those who don't know, Dan is the one who works industriously behind the scene, going through all the applicants for those who want to join Awaken the North, and makes the final decision on who joins, who doesn't join, and things like that. Without Dan, we wouldn't have a members group with Awaken the North. So your job is very important, and we do appreciate you for all the work that you do.
Happy to help.
Alrighty. I think that covers everybody, doesn't it? Everyone who's here. We did get a end of month from our comms. I'm gonna go ahead and pull hers up here real quick. Here we go. All right. Yeah. No, where is yours? Yeah, just a moment here. I thought I had it open, but apparently I don't. All right. I don't seem to have hers here. Memento, did you get the end of month from comms?
Hang on, I gotta go inside to look.
Okay. I don't have one here. I thought she'd said she'd submitted one, but apparently she didn't. So that's okay though. I know they've been doing a lot of fun stuff. They had a live here this last month where they helped to get folks set up with their DD214s and help with getting the DAV access going, or the VA access going, for a couple different members in a live chat on the Discord. So that was cool. We'll have to pester her for a full report next month at the meeting and have her give us all the details from there. The other missing Chancellor tonight is our Chancellor of Information Technology. David's been doing other activities this past month with life stuff, so I know there's not a whole lot that he has to report on that end. We are aware of the hack on the website that is redirecting to spam sites. It is being looked into and hopefully being resolved here soon. For those who are trying to go to the website and getting redirected, I have found that if you simply type in awakenthenorth.org, drop off to HTTPS, drop off to www, just awakenthenorth.org, it will take you to it. Any links that you try to click on from Facebook don't seem to be working at the moment. We are aware of that. We will get it fixed up here fairly quickly, we hope. So I guess that just leaves me and my list of stuff to talk about. Looking at it here, we did discuss the new Chancellor of Racial Diversity. That's Ray, and we're glad to have him here. We've got Doc, who slid over, or has stepped up to the Chancellor of the Emissary Program, and that's amazing. That opened up Bill to step over to my old position of Chancellor of Religious Studies, and he is doing awesome in that one. This allows me to focus more on my duties as president and some of the other projects that I've been working on. One of the fun projects in that vein, for those who know Saga Erickson, she and I have combined forces. I have written a children's book on the creation of the world according to Norse mythology. Saga is currently working on doing the illustrations for such. We're hoping to have that published and released here within the next 2 months or so, and that will be a fun thing to read and go through. It's written for children, Dr. Seuss style. So that's a pretty neat thing. Let's see here. As Callista mentioned earlier, we do have the new website for the learning. It is atnuniversity.org. All of our training courses, certificate courses, Gothar training course, all the different fun jazz are there on the website. Definitely check it out. It is a really neat site. I'm pleased with how it's been coming together. One of the other things that I've been working on with Jackie is the support for the DRGLs. DRGL is military term for Distinctive Religious Group Leaders. We have a pretty decent group of military folks around the world that we are working with. We are happily providing them with Havmals, pocket altars, training, whatever kind of support they would need. One of the things I've done with the DRGLs at different bases across the world is giving them access to ordering the Havmals at cost. That way they can have them there at the bases for the active duty military who need them. As of now, we have sent out, let's see, roughly 123 Havmals across the world to active duty military personnel, including large chunks of them to Camp Humphreys in South Korea, Shepherd in Wichita Falls, Texas, and we're getting ready to do another one for New Jersey to provide them with Havmals and such for their groups, congregations, whatever you want to call them, there at those bases. We're also working on training a few DRGLs of our own, to where we will have Awaken the North sponsored religious leaders out at military bases across the states. That is a training session that is currently in progress right now. We have 2 going through it at the moment. One is already sponsored by Sacred Wells. The other one will be sponsored specifically by us. So we will have our name on a DRGL out at a base in New Jersey. I believe it's in Jersey. Yeah, he's up in New Jersey. So that's awesome. Let's see here. What else we got going on? There we go. We do have something that we do need to vote on this evening, and this will be a simple yes or no when called. We have the opportunity as an organization to officially sponsor a scout troop here in Missouri. We have Scout Troop 163 out here in Reeds Spring that is currently looking for a new charter organization. This is something that we've discussed in council chats online and such. At this point, I have gotten the go-ahead and have it set up with our approval to do it on March the 6th. If y'all voted in, we'll have paperwork and everything signed March the 6th and officially be sponsoring a Scouts BSA troop. The requirements from us for that is basically our name on a piece of paper. If there should become a time when they need monetary assistance, we can provide that in the limited ability that we're able to. Otherwise, in my positions as scout official here in Missouri, I am helping them on my own with a bunch of other stuff, paperwork and funding and such. But Awaken the North would be their official charter organization to sponsor them to do things. Does anyone have any questions about that responsibility and role?
Not I.
I know we've kind of discussed it a bit in the chats. So at this point, the only thing that's left is to make it official. Go ahead and call a vote.
I second the vote.
Everyone who agrees with it, say aye.
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 Any opposed?
Aye.
No opposed?
Sounds like the ayes have it, boss.
There we go. All right, we'll go ahead and get that finished up and official on the 6th, which is awesome. In that vein, I'm also working on the last couple pages of the Heathen Scouting module for the Awaken North sponsored version of the Duty to God. so that the older scouts can go through a heathen-based duty to God module instead of the Christian-based, and get the awards and such for that. Our wonderful Suzanne has been amazing with working with me on that, going through the spell check and grammar check and sentence check, and you have a dot instead of a comma, or you have a comma instead of a dot, and this I should be a T, and she really has a very sharp eye and catches everything. The documents I get back from her are mostly red. And so it takes me a couple days to go through and fix the red marks and send it back going, is this work? But she's been amazing in helping get that all formatted and taken care of. And hopefully we'll have that available here by the end of next week. And then we will be up and official and running and ready to submit it to the Scout National Office for final approval. So that will be awesome. Let's see. That's what I have on my notes here. Memento, is there anything you could think of that I'm missing?
Not that I can think of. And I don't have an email either, so I didn't get the report.
Okay. We'll have to get with her. I could have sworn she said she had submitted it. But we'll get with her and get that report taken care of tomorrow. And we'll have it as part of next month's meeting. So, anybody have any final comments, questions, concerns, emotional outbursts?
Yeah, but they're not appropriate for here.
Okay. After we turn off Craig, we can discuss those.
Oh, they don't have anything to do with ATN, so
Oh, well. When has that ever stopped you, though?
it's true.
When has that ever stopped any of us? All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to a close. It is currently 7:51 p.m. Mountain Standard or Central Standard Time on February the 22nd, 2023. Do I have a second to close the meeting?
A second.
There we go. We go ahead and kick Craig out.